Welcome to the LBS Financial Credit Union Pyramid as Long Beach State women's basketball takes on UC San Diego. I'm Bruce Kuntz alongside JayDe Beaudry, and you're listening to 22 West Radio, broadcasting live at 88.1 FM KKJZ HD3 Long Beach. With wins in 2 of their last 3 home games, the Beach have moved into a tie for 8th place in the Big West. That 8 seed is the spot they're gunning for. Only 8 teams will go to Henderson for the Big West tournament in March. Amy Wright's unit still sits at just 3-18 overall this season, but there have been a few positives of late with those 2 wins here at home as they look to turn around what has at times looked like a lost season. This is the second matchup between the Beach and the Tritons this year. UC San Diego took a 30-point victory in La Jolla back in December while they were on their way to the top of the conference. Now in first place, the defending Big West champions are 10-1 in conference play to pace the league, having won 3 straight games. JayDe, Long Beach State getting to take on the Tritons of UC San Diego for the second time this season tonight. What do you expect them to be focused on their home floor?
Yeah, well, let's look back at these last 3 wins, Bruce. 2 of them against real contenders in the Big West, UC Santa Barbara and UC Irvine, and 1 historic blowout against CSUN, a team that not too long ago Long Beach State beat in this building. Behind this 3-game win streak are really a quadruple of players who are really excelling at all ends of the floor. They have 3 scoring threats, the Tritons: Sabrina Ma, Rosa Smith, and Erin Condren, who are all averaging more than 10 points per game. And the defensive presence of Michaela Rose around the perimeter is nothing short of impressive. She just poked loose a record 8 steals against CSUN and is anchoring the 4th best scoring defense in the Big West. And while that recent home form is impressive, Bruce, and a step in the right direction for Amy Wright's squad, they have a tough hill to climb tonight against the best team in the Big West.
Take you through the starting lineups. Kylie Pepe, Morgan Mack, and Jacoya Jones-Brown, the 3 guards in the lineup for Long Beach State. Rosie Akot and Kenan Kaw are the front court. Judy Oliva Fernandez remains out. She's missed 6 straight games since exiting against Cal State Bakersfield. For the Tritons, Michaela Rose, Dominique Maxey, Rosa Smith, and Sabrina Ma are 4 guards in the lineup. Erin Condren, the only forward. Condren is their leading scorer, 15.1 points per game. She'll be at center court to take the tip-off against Rosie Akot.
And Rosie Akot really needs to look for a bounce-back game today, Bruce. Did not put up a single point against Hawaii after a stretch of 3 really strong performances.
Akot, the true freshman out of Australia, has definitely stepped up her play as the season's gone on. Like you mentioned, not a good game at Hawaii, but now back in her home gym, looking to turn it around. Jump ball at center court, won by Condren, but then poked loose by Kenan Kaw. Goes out of bounds on the sideline after Kaw touched it. So it will be UC San Diego getting possession 4 seconds into the game.
The elder Aussie wins the tip, but Kenan Kaw immediately gets pressure in the face of the guards, and it's a stop and start kind of start here in the pyramid.
They're appearing to leave the shot clock set at 30 for the Tritons. That is what the confusion is, so they're going to put 20 on. So 20 seconds for UC San Diego to work with on their first possession. Rosa Smith fumbled the ball momentarily in the backcourt, then picks it back up. Morgan Mack defending, picks up her dribble, goes to the left wing for Condren. Now into the post for Maxey. Right back to Condren as she cuts, and she gets a foul. Kenan Kaw defending underneath the basket gets called for her first personal, and it'll be 2 free throws for Erin Condren.
Foul trouble, something to watch for the Beach, especially for Kenan Kaw. Amy Wright will need to have her on the floor, and the less they send Erin Condren to the line, the better with the season she's having.
First free throw is good to put the Tritons on the board. Condren at 56% from the line this season. Has been a standout, 15.1 points per game. Second one rattles around and doesn't fall. She goes 1 for 2, and it's 1-0 UC San Diego. Not often you see that score in basketball. Pepe pass to the corner for Kenan Kaw, right back to Pepe on the wing. Kylie Pepe looks towards the post. Jacoya Jones-Brown comes up to set a screen. Pepe moves around it, down to the right block, picks up her dribble, spins around, now goes to the corner for Akot, and she stepped out of bounds as she received the pass. It's a turnover for the Beach.
Good play design there from the Beach, working inside out, and Rosie Akot just lost track of where her feet were in the corner. An unforced error early for the Beach and a wasted trip down the floor.
Dominique Maxey hands off up at the top to Smith. Beach in the zone. Now pass into the post, now to the wing. Smith right back down low. Condren lays it up and in. Good ball movement from UC San Diego. Cuts right through the zone, and they're up 3-0.
That's the Tritons offense, recognizing the zone and then slicing the Beach up like Swiss cheese.
Full court press for UC San Diego. As the Beach inbound, they back out of it. Kenan Kaw takes the ball across. Jacoya Jones-Brown up top. Pass instead goes to the left wing for Akot. She swings over to Mack. Mack pump fakes towards the block. Dribbles up to the top of the key. Still hesitating, hands off in the right corner now to Akot. She drives baseline, jump stop, goes to the left corner. Kaw with a jab step, now takes the 3 and gets it to fall. Kenan Ka hits a triple to tie it up at 3 apiece.
And a great find from Rosie Akot. She penetrates the perimeter, then looks to the corner immediately, and the Beach get their first opportunity to get on the board, and Kenan Ka makes no mistake.
UC San Diego passes it around the wing. Condren handoff, moving around the screen. Ma now passes into Condren on the block. She throws up a floater and gets it to fall right over the top of Jacoya Jones-Brown. Big height advantage there.
Condren looked to the corner first and then realized who she was defended by. Condren stands 6'4", Jacoya Jones-Brown just 5'6".
5-3 Tritons. Pepe on the left wing hesitated, looked like she thought about taking the three. Now drives in, hucks it up off the glass and gets a foul. So the scoop layup from Kylie Pepe didn't fall, but she got hit. So it'll be 2 free throws for the San Diego State transfer.
And you mentioned those 2 home wins in the Open, Bruce. Kylie Pepe has been a big part of both of those victories, coming up clutch, especially from the free throw line. Over her last 6 games, has scored 10 or more points in 5 of them. She's going to want to get going here early from the free throw line.
57% on the year as she makes her first. The Beach as a team have shot only 67% from the free throw line this year. Pepe makes them both this time, so it's 5-5, just about 2 minutes in to this first quarter. Dominique Maxey takes it across the timeline onto the right wing. Pass up top. Smith crossover, gets screened from Condren, picks up her dribble, passes back to Maxey, top of the key to Condren, left wing, takes the three, no good off the back iron. Ball got tipped down low, but it comes out to Morgan Mack on a long rebound. Outlet up to Jacoya Jones-Brown. She hesitates over into the corner, passes to Akot on the wing, drives right into the key, couple of Euro steps, and then misses the layup with the left hand. Rebound goes to Rosa Smith. She's quick on the other end, 4-on-3 if she hurries. Handoff goes along the wing, and then it's tipped out of bounds. Sabrina Ma trying to drive, lost the ball, and turns it over.
Ma was getting her eyes up off the floor, looking for the cutting Erin Condren. Just fumbled the ball out of bounds. Beach do a good enough job stopping the Tritons in transition to keep this game tied at 5.
Press for the Tritons that they immediately back out of. Jacoya Jones-Brown with the ball. Beach's leading scorer, 17.1 points per game. Moves around a screen up at the top on the right wing, picks up her dribble, goes to Akot at the top. Pepe swings to the corner. Here's Mack hucking up a three. No good, air ball, too strong. Condren has the rebound come down to her. Maxey will take it across, 5-5, pass to the corner. Here's a three for UC San Diego, no good again. It's tipped though, and a rebound for the guard, Michaela Rose. Pass down low, and a foul will be called as the pass tried to find Condren in the paint. It'll go against Kylie Pepe, her first personal.
Good work on the glass there from the Tritons, picking up the miss from Sabrina Ma, who shoots more threes than anybody else in the Big West. And Kylie Pepe called for the foul. She's going to exit here early as Amy Wright's going to want to keep her in the game as much as possible. In comes Haley Wright for the first time to lock down the paint against Condren.
Damiloa Sole also comes in off the bench for UC San Diego.
And Condren will also get a breather here.
5-5 in the first quarter. Here's an immediate corner three from Smith. Too strong, barely kissed the rim, and then it gets deflected out of bounds off of Ma. Smith was the inbounder from the baseline, gave it in to her teammate who handed it right back. Had some space on the corner three, but couldn't knock it down.
You're seeing both teams kind of struggle to find their shooting rhythm here early. You see San Diego's already hooked up 3 triples. They haven't hit one yet. For their credit, Long Beach State just shooting 33% from the field. They've only put up 3 shots as their offense is yet to get in gear.
Kenan Ka inbounds to Haley Wright. The center in the backcourt gives it right back to Ka. Kenan Ka turns up the pace a bit as she takes it across. Guarded by Smith, it gets poked loose, but the pass does get to Morgan Mack. She passes down low for Jones-Brown, and a foul gets called against Dominique Maxey. She was fighting with Jones-Brown for positioning in the key.
And that's a look we've seen as the season has worn on here, Bruce. Kenan Ka, the primary ball handler up the floor. She adds a little bit of dynamism to that offense, allowing Jacoya Jones-Brown to operate off the ball. That time you saw the turnover forced when Jacoya Jones-Brown looked to get the pass running towards the paint.
Jones-Brown moved right across the key, lost the ball though, and it is going to go out of bounds. She was the inbounder. It was a similar play that UC San Diego ran. Inbound went right to Haley Wright, got it handed right back to Jones-Brown, dribbled right across the key, but then fumbled it out of bounds. 5-5, 6:40 to go in the first quarter. Smith pass to Maxey up at the top of the key, screen on the right side. Moves to her right. Maxey crossover now at the free throw line, passes to the left wing. Ma pump fake, now drives. Floater with the right hand is good. Puts UC San Diego back ahead, 7-5.
And Sabrina Ma coming off 11 points against CISA. Makes it look too easy there, getting down to the block and putting a little finger roll through the nylon.
Morgan Mack handoff to Ka on the left wing. She crosses over, gets doubled, pass to the corner. Mack has space for 3, no good. Too strong again. And then a foul, I believe is the call underneath the basket. It was right along the baseline. Indeed, it is going to be a foul. It's going to go against Damiloa Sole. So So nice job by the Beach on the offensive glass to force a foul. They'll get another chance.
And Brennan Pukas now steps onto the floor in favor of Morgan Mack, who's now 0 for 2 from beyond the arc.
Inbound to Jones Brown. She dribbles out to the wing. Pass to Haley Wright up top. 2 dribbles, then trying to hand off to Kaw. Instead goes over to Pukas. The true freshman Pukas swings to another true freshman. Kaw takes the 3, but it got tipped. It's a block for Soleil. Other end, here's Smith moving with some space. Goes off to Rose. She drives, puts it high off the window and doesn't hit the rim. Then a foul gets called on the floor. I think this will go against Jacoya Jones-Brown. She was tied up underneath the basket. That is Jacoya Jones-Brown's first personal.
Yeah, she's working up against Dominique Lasule, who has now been in 2 scuffles on both ends of the floor on back-to-back possessions. The Bakersfield native, the graduate student, transfer from UC Merced, making her presence felt early here in the paint.
Maxey, the inbounder for UC San Diego, 7-5 Tritons. Sule up at the top, hands it off. Maxey now steps through, takes a mid-range jumper, and gets it to go. Maxey makes it a 9-5 lead for UC San Diego. Rosie Akot with the ball on the right wing for Long Beach State. Passes to Kenan Kaw. Holds up at the top, gets screen on the left side from right, picks it up, now goes to right. She pump fakes, hands off to Akot, driving along the baseline. She Euros and throws it up and gets a foul. It was close there, but I believe the defender was right in the restricted area. So the foul will go against Michaela Rose. It'll be 2 free throws for Rosie Akot.
And that's Rosie Akot's evolution showing there on that possession, Bruce. Able to keep her dribble alive, something she has struggled with a lot in her freshman season. Get to her spot in the paint and get to the free throw line at will. Nothing the undersized 5'7" senior guard Michaela Rose could do about it. Just could not set her feet in time, and now Rosie Akot has a chance to close this deficit at the line.
Akot makes the first free throw. Only 50% on the season. That has had to steadily climb. She struggled from the line in her freshman season. 6'2" forward from North Adelaide, Australia. Second one hung on the rim for a moment, but then didn't fall. Rosa Smith with it for UC San Diego, 9-6 Tritons. Smith at the top of the key, passes to Maxey on the wing. Now foul will get called off the ball before the 3 got let loose by Ma. Will go against Long Beach State. It's Pukas who gets called for a hold on the other side of the court.
And that's Pukas just trying to stay on top of her woman on the top of the key. UC San Diego loves to run a lot of their offense around the perimeter of the Beach. Sticking in man defense after that early zone look got torn up. We're going to need to run all night long.
Ma passed to Sule down low, and she lost it along the baseline. Good pressure from the Beach. Right off the inbound pass, Ma tried to go right back into the paint, but Sule couldn't handle it.
And that's a play that the Beach have to have seen on film. Excellent defense, doubling the big down low.
Kylie Pepe gets the inbound pass. Beach trail by 3. Pepe trying to go coast to coast. Spins underneath the basket. No good. Threw up a layup, but was underneath the rim that she missed. Smith pass to the wing for Ma. Ma all the way to Maxey on the right side. Now moves around the screen. Jump stop. Pass down to Sule in the paint. She goes up, and it'll be a jump ball called. She tried to put the ball up. There are 2 defenders in the area. Kenan Kaw and Brenna Pukas, both able to prevent a shot from getting away. It's a jump ball, and that'll send us into the media timeout.
And dominantly Asule at the center of everything during her time on the floor. Usually averages just over 4 minutes a game, but they're an impactful 4 minutes. And that time, Kenan Kaw able to congest the big right underneath the basket and send us into the first break. Not a bad start by any means for the Beach.
9-6 UC San Diego, just about halfway through the first quarter on 22 West Radio. 9-6 UC San Diego halfway through the first quarter. The Tritons are trying to pull off a season sweep of Long Beach State, 15-6 overall, defending Big West regular season and tournament champions. Been another good start to the season for Heidi Vanderveer, 14th year head coach. Jacoya Jones-Brown at the top of the key, dribbles over to the right side. Now calls for a clear out, still with the ball on the right wing. Passes over and hands off to Brenna Pukas. Pukas now up to the right wing, dribbling over the free throw line. Pass to the corner for Ka. She goes into the post for Pepe, scores up to the basket. Now backing down again, getting doubled. Pass to the corner. Ka up to the wing. 4 to shoot as Pukas drives. Throws it up on the left block. A lot of contact, but it goes out of bounds without a whistle. Just right off of Pukas. So there was a body check there as she put it up, but better defense by the Tritons leads to no foul call.
And Conjure might get credited with the block there. Excellent defense from UC San Diego. The Beach could not get a solid look on that trip down the floor.
Maxey at the top, passes to Rose. Conjure screen on the right side. Rose getting doubled, dribbles out of it. Maxey goes to the corner. One dribble and a pass into Conjure and gets tipped, and it will be intercepted. It was Pukas who poked it loose. Jacoya Jones-Brown corralled the ball over by the wing. Pukas pass into the paint for Ka. She goes back to the top of the key for Pepe. Pepe driving with the left hand, steps through, scoop layup, gets blocked right out of bounds. Aaron Condren sends it out on the baseline. It'll still be Beach ball, 9-6 UC San Diego.
And if there was any doubt on the last trip down the floor, this time Condren makes no mistake, a big time stuff. Now the Beach have 16 seconds to work with on the shot clock.
Ka inbounds to Pepe, but it's tipped right out of bounds again by Condren. So using her 6'4" height and wingspan that goes with it.
Looks like it's going to be a battle all night long between Condren and Pepe. Pepe stands 5'11", but she makes her presence known, able to get low and get leverage throughout this season.
Jacoya Jones-Brown inbound to Ka. It gets tipped out of bounds again, this time by Ma. So the Beach struggling to corral the inbound pass here. Couple of seconds ticking off. Still 16 to shoot for Long Beach State.
This time the Beach offer a new look, 4 low.
This time Kenan Ka able to secure the inbound pass. Goes to Pukas up at the top, back to Ka on the right wing. 8 to shoot for the Beach. Ka picks up her dribble, pass to the right wing for Pukas. A long 3 from the freshman, nothing but nylon. Brenna Pukas knocks down a long 3, and we're tied again at 9.
Last time she was in this building, Brenna Pukas was 3 for 5, and now we're all tied at 9.
Maxey, pass to Polacek, back out for Condren on the wing. She gives off to Rose. Condren screen, Rose moves to her right. Top of the key, picks up her dribble, goes to Mauve, into Condren. She lost it out of bounds. Good pressure from Kylie Pepe, and UC San Diego turns it over.
That's great defense from Kylie Pepe, just letting Condren know she's there, but also giving Condren enough space to where she doesn't quite know if Pepe's on her backside. And the Beach are able to force another turnover from a very good Tritons offense.
Kenan Ka being pressured out by the logo by Ma. Dishes off to Jacoya Jones-Brown, ran into a wall and lost the ball momentarily. Pass to Pukas up top. She jab steps, picks up her dribble, back out for Pepe. Jab step, straight on 3 from Pepe, no good. Tried to go after her own rebound, but Rose secures it. Chance for a 5-on-3 for UC San Diego. Into Polacek, she misses the layup. It's tipped out of bounds, though, off of Morgan Mack. So UC San Diego can't take advantage of their out-of-man rush, but it'll still be Triton ball from the baseline.
And more good defense from the Beach. Polacek had a clean look at the basket, and Jacoya Jones-Brown flies in trying to defend, able to just put the forward off balance without making contact. Now the Beach have 20 seconds to defend here off the inbound.
Tyra Samuel off a lobby, checked in for the first time. UC San Diego was Ma driving to the left block, jump stop, turnaround jumper, no good. Kylie Pepe has the rebound for the Beach. All tied at 9, 2.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Kenan Ka lost the ball for a second, now finds Samuel off lobby, cutting, jump stop on the right block. Now she goes to the ground, and they'll call a travel as she lost her pivot step as she went down.
That's a good play from Tyra Samuel Afalabi. Recognizes there's space in the key, gets downhill, but she's only played 93 minutes all season. That's the inexperience showing as she then puts her eyes directly on her own hands, loses track of her defender, and eventually gets tangled up.
Rose, dribble drive from the top of the key. She lays it right up and in. Drove right past Kenan Ka. Good burst from the senior guard, Michaela Rose. 11-9 UC San Diego. Kylie Pepe at the top of the key. Jacoya Jones-Brown wraps out to get a handoff. Jones-Brown crossover to her left hand, steps back, gives off to Pepe. Straight away 3 from the top of the key. No good again off the front of the rim. Offensive rebound, caught, back out. Pukas 3 is good. Brenna Pukas 2 for 2 from beyond the arc, and the Beach have a 12-11 lead.
Their first lead of the night, all thanks to the freshman. And Tyra Samuel makes that play happen, working down low, tips it to the outside, and Pukas makes the Tritons pay.
Here's Rose, pass to the corner, 3 from Maxey, no good. Ball tipped out of bounds again. Flying in there behind the true freshman Pukas was Lev Feynman, but it got hit out of bounds. It will go to the beach.
And now the Beach are able to flex their depth a little bit here. Tyrant Samuel Afalable stays on the floor. In comes Rosie Akot, and Calif is able to get a breather. 90 seconds to go now in the first quarter.
1 point lead for the Beach. Rosie Akot screen. Jones-Brown moving to the right wing, picks up her dribble, getting hounded by Maxey. Jones-Brown trying to get it away, and it's picked off. It's a steal for Feynman out on the other end. 3-on-3. Feynman goes back to the basket. Pass to the wing for Rose. Wide open, triple, no good. Strong off the back iron. Kenan Ka has the rebound for the Beach. Still a 1 point lead. Kenan Ka takes it up herself off the rebound. Pass to Pukas on the right wing. Pukas pump fakes once. Now crossed over, gets a screen from Akot. Now finds Akot cutting. She lays it up, but no good off the bottom of the rim. Tyra Samuel Afalabi there to clean it up. She gets the offensive rebound and puts it right back up and through. 14-11 Beach, 47 seconds to go. Rose drives with the right hand, throws it up, no good, but gets a foul. Had her legs taken out as she went up for the layup. If that goes against Jacoya Jones-Brown, as it will, that's her second personal, something to watch for the Beach.
And how about Tyra Samuel Afalabi? We mentioned her inexperience. She's approaching now just her 100th minute played on the season. Now she's also got her 19th point of the season. She has the Beach up by 3 here, Bruce, and it's not often we can say the Beach are holding on to a late lead in the first quarter where Jacoya Jones-Brown has yet to score. You mentioned those 2 fouls. That's big for her. So often the offensive juggernaut hasn't put up points yet, but she's going to be a big part throughout the rest of this game.
Amy Wright is showing some faith in the discipline of her sophomore guard, Jacoya Jones-Brown, staying out there in the first quarter with 2 personal fouls. 43 seconds left in the first quarter. Free throw good this time from Michaela Rose, so she hits 1 of them. 14-12 Beach. Kenan Ka inbounds to Jones-Brown, then gets it right back. Kenan Ka taking the ball across. The junior forward for the Beach picks up her dribble. Now had it poked loose, but recorrals the ball. Pass to Rosie Akot. Ma pressuring Akot. Dribble drive. She lays it in, plus a foul. Rosie Akot will have a chance for a 3-point play as the Beach are ahead 16-12.
And Rosie Akot looks calm and composed, driving in from the wing, straight downhill. In the face of a defender, she goes up without fear. And to close out this first quarter, there are going to be 4 freshmen on the floor, Bruce. This is a rare sight for Long Beach State as Haley Wright checks in for Jacoya Jones-Brown. This Long Beach State offense has put up 16 points so far in a season where they have often struggled to get off to good starts against one of the best first quarter teams in the Big West.
Jacoya Jones-Brown checks out for Haley Wright coming in. Rosie Akot shooting 1 free throw. She's 1 for 2 from the stripe tonight, misses this one. Condren has the rebound, so still a 4-point lead for the Beach. The shot clock is off. UC San Diego looking like they'll hold for last shot. Rosa Smith dribbling on the logo. She gestures for Michaela Rose to come get the ball. Rose looks back to her bench for the play call. Eddie Vanderveer gives it in. 10 to shoot. Pass off to Smith. She gets a screen. Now takes a long 2. No good off the back iron. Now a collision. Haley Wright able to secure the board. And then a foul goes against UC San Diego. Lev Feynman flew in there and made some hard contact. They'll walk down to the other end of the floor with 4.6 to go. It is going to be free throws for the Beach.
And the Long Beach State bench is fired up because Michaela Rose was matched up one-on-one against Rosie Akot at the top of the key. The bench screaming, she's going to drive, she's going to drive. Rosie Akot gets long, forces Rose to make a pass. That's not the look UC San Diego wanted to close out this first quarter. Then Haley Wright able to pull down the board, get fouled, and get to the free throw line.
50% from the line this year as she misses the first. It was way too strong on that one. Hit the backboard before it hit the rim.
Haley Wright had 3 points in this building last time out against UC Riverside.
0 for 2 on this trip to the free throw line. Kenan Ka tried to poke it loose. Lucky she didn't get called for a foul there. Half-court shot, no good. And that does it for the first quarter. 16-12, Long Beach State with a 4-point lead over the first-place Tritons through 10 minutes.
And this is a win in and of itself, Bruce. UC San Diego has outscored its opponents 366 to 253 in the opening quarter this season, winning their first quarter in 15 out of 21 games. They're 13-2 when they win their first quarter. This is a rare position for the Tritons to be in against a team that has only won 2 games at home all season. 3 games at home all season and 2 games against Big West opposition. Long Beach State with a 4-point lead going into the second quarter. This is uncharted territory.
Amy Wright got to be happy with the way that her players have begun this one. It's first place UC San Diego has only lost one Big West game all year, but the Beach have a 4-point lead through one quarter. 16-12 Beach on 22 West Radio. Four-point lead for Long Beach State after the first quarter. It's 16-12 against first place UC San Diego.
And this is the first quarter eerily similar to Long Beach State's last game against Hawaii on the Big Island. Long Beach was up 17-14. They shot almost 54% from the field in the first quarter. That's not the case today, shooting just 33%. But Hawaii was able to close out the second quarter on a 7-0 run, and Long Beach was outscored significantly in the second quarter. Long Beach knows that no lead is safe this season, and they're going to keep playing like they did throughout the first 10 minutes.
UC San Diego passes around the wing a few times. Rose comes up to the top of the key to get it. Now goes to the high post for Feynman. Jab step. She takes the mid-range jumper and gets it to fall. UC San Diego able to break the zone that time with a mid-range jumper. The lead is down to 2.
And that Feynman, who was held scoreless against CSUN, gets on the board here for the Tritons.
Pukas takes it up for the Beach. Up at the top of the key. Hands off to Akot. Akot lost the handle for a moment, then drives baseline. Pass back out to the wing for Ka. She penetrates. Pass to the corner. Akot 3. Strong. Comes down to rebound for Ma. Tritons back on the attack. Ma up at the top of the key. Picks up her dribble. Goes to the left side. Rose throws it in. And the layup. No good. Second chance. Condren goes up again. No good. Another offensive rebound. And then she gets a foul. Erin Condren going to work underneath the basket. She'll get a couple of free throws.
As the two Aussies going head-to-head, Rosie Akot just could not pull down a rebound as she flies in for the third opportunity. Alongside her, Kylie Pepe, Ken and Ka, really a 3-on-1 down there in the paint, and Condren still pulls down a pair of offensive boards.
2 shots for Erin Condren. 56% on the year, 1 for 2 tonight. Her first one hit hard off the back of the rim, bounced way up in the air and then fell. Shooter's touch from the Aussie.
Condren now has 6 points. She scored 10 or more in 16 of her last 17 games.
She makes both free throws here. So we're tied at 16. Kennencott inbounds to Jacoya Jones-Brown, who's still a press to pressure the inbound pass from UC San Diego. Then they backed out of it. Kennencott gets it poked loose in the backcourt, and that'll be a jump ball. Nice pressure across the half-court line from Rosa Smith. Poked the ball loose from Ka. The Beach do have the possession arrow, so they keep it.
Rosa Smith just not giving up on the play as Kennencott is able to get the inbound pass back from Jacoya Jones-Brown and thought she had an easy lane to get across half court. Smith says no way, and Don't look now, but we're all tied at 16, and the Beach are still struggling to get the ball in bounds.
Pass up to Rosie Akot. Back to the basket, picks up her dribble. The left post now passes all the way to the corner for Ka. Back to Akot at the top. Rosie penetrates, gives back out for Pepe. Dribble drive with the left hand. Pushes off, throws it up, and it's an offensive foul. Kylie Pepe gets called for the push with her right arm, and the Beach turn it over.
And what Long Beach would have seen on film against CSUN is all the pressure UC San Diego puts along the perimeter. So far throughout this game, they've tried long skip passes to break down that man defense, and Kylie Pepe sees a lane, takes it, being freed up from one of those skip passes, just goes too hard into the paint.
Back to the basket. Condren now squares up. Spin move again. Passes back out. Ma with a triple. No good. Long rebound out to Rose. UC San Diego keeps it. Now Condren gets the ball back. Drive into the key. Left-handed layup is good off the window. UC San Diego is out to an 18-16 lead. They've scored 6 straight points to open up the second frame. Kylie Pepe with the ball for Long Beach State, just about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Drives with the left hand, goes up and gets blocked again by Condren. The Triton's able to corral it before it goes out of bounds. Other end, Feynman driving baseline, pass to the corner. Ma, 3, no good. Morgan Mack has the rebound for the Beach. That would have been a killer three-pointer for Ma, but she couldn't knock it down.
Ma now 0 for 3, but she's going to hit one eventually.
Pepe at the top, gives to Akot on the left wing. Akot steps through and got it stripped. Ma poked it loose, and then a jump ball gets called as Akot and Ma were tied up. Goes back to the Tritons as they have the possession arrow. The defense for UC San Diego turning up here in the second quarter.
Long Beach 6 turnovers already. This is coming off a game for UC San Diego where they set a program record, forcing 31 turnovers against CSUN. They profited 33 points off of those turnovers. UC San Diego will need to capitalize once again here as they're starting to take control of this second quarter.
Condren drives to the left block, layup no good off the glass. Good defense that time from Haley Wright to stay in front. 2-point deficit. Brenda Pukas on the left wing, hands off to Mack. Mack off to right wing now. One dribble, she passes off to Jacoya Jones-Brown, gets the screen, moves around it, top of the key, passes off to Ka. She takes the 3 from the left wing, not even close. It's an offensive rebound though for Jacoya Jones-Brown off a tip. Now they'll blow it dead. The clock had stopped, I think.
The shot clock reset off the air ball. Somebody got a little too trigger happy on the scorer's table. Went back up to 20. There should only be 10 seconds left after Ka's effort from the wing was way too strong.
That was an air ball that as soon as it left the fingers, you could see it was going to miss everything. Inbound goes to Pukas. 8 to shoot for the Beach. Now pass over to Wright. 5 to shoot. Wright needs to get a pass away. Finds Jacoya Jones-Brown. 3 on the clock. Jones-Brown, long 2 is good. Right as the buzzer sounds, Jacoya Jones-Brown gets back onto the board. It's 18 all.
Her first shot and her first points of the night have us all tied up at 18.
Erin Condren passes off to the right wing. Smith gets a screen from Condren, moves to her left. Gets the switch, now passes into Condren. Height advantage for her, but a foul gets called as the pass gets received. Morgan Mack gave a reach.
UC San Diego closed out that first quarter in the bonus. Long Beach State have not been able to lay off the fouls in the painted area. Condren hacked again, this time by the undersized Morgan Mack.
Smith inbounds to Rose. She drives right around the defense, but blew the layup. Had a wide open chance with her left hand, but couldn't get it to fall. Brennan Pukas on the right wing, passes the right up top. She goes into the post for Ka. Skip pass to the right corner. Mack back up to the wing. Pukas takes another long 3, and it's good again. Brenna Pukas 3 for 3 from beyond the arc, and the Beach take a 21-18 lead.
Brenna Pukas starting this game just as she did against the Highlanders. Perfect from beyond the arc.
Now an offensive foul against UC San Diego. An off-ball screen. Lev Feynman gets called for a foul, and the Tritons turn it over early into the shot clock.
It's the illegal screen going against Brenna Pukas, the freshman, making plays on both ends of the floor. Called out the transition opportunity, stepped in front of the screen, and gets possession back for the Beach, who are now up by 3.
Scoring drought for the Tritons has crossed 2 minutes. 21-18, Long Beach State. Jacoya Jones-Brown on the right wing. Looks towards Ka up top. She gets it, moves around a screen, passes off to Mack. Mack now hands off to Jones-Brown. Right, setting a screen on the right side. Another long 2 for Jacoya. No good air ball. Does get kept in along the baseline. Puka to the ground, and she gets tied up. It'll be a jump ball that stays with Long Beach State. The third jump ball already of the second quarter. The Beach would have had 4.4 on the clock, but it will reset to 20.
Amy Wright relaying some instructions to Morgan Mack. She was a bit frustrated on this last trip down the floor that Mack did not see a wide open cutting Haley Wright into the paint. Long Beach looking to get their vision back.
They are resetting it to 4.4. Sorry, JD.
As they will only have 4 seconds to go on the inbound.
So 4 seconds on the shot clock. Ka inbounds to Pukas on the left wing. She squares up. Pukas driving, gets it away right at the buzzer. No good off the left side. Offensive rebound for Wright. She's tied up right off the rebound, and we've got another jump ball. We'll send it back to the Tritons off the miss, but a nice job for Haley Wright on the offensive glass.
Yeah, she's tied up by Condren, is right. As she took her eyes off the ball, looked for an option around the perimeter, and Condren gets 2 hands around the rock and gets possession back for the Tritons.
Dominique Maxey takes it up, hand off to Smith, and then a hard collision. Brenna Pukas and Dominique Smith made hard contact as they were moving through a handoff. Maxey getting helped gingerly to her feet. It was right in front of us, JD, and hard contact as they went down.
Yeah, Maxey's the one called for the foul, but Sabrina Ma, who also had a great look out, is not happy. She's insisted that Brenna Pukas led with her shoulders raised. And not only did Maxey hit the hardwood, she rolled into our vantage point here at the scorer's table. Well, there's just 2 athletic guards going at it, and the Beach will have possession off the inbound here.
So the foul does get called against the Tritons. 21-18 Beach. Jacoya Jones-Brown dribbling on the logo, pushes off a bit of Maxey. Now crosses over, gets some space. Jones-Brown step back, elbow jumper, no good off the front of the rim. It's tipped back out, long rebound secured by Morgan Mack. She drives right in, kicks to the corner for Ka. Back out to Mack. They swing along the wing. Haley Wright with it, hands off to Brenna Pukas. Right side Pukas. Now a foul will be called off the ball. It'll go against Rosa Smith as she was trying to work through an off-ball screen in the painted area.
And she's trying to work through a screen set by Jacoya Jones-Brown. Jones-Brown gets low, gets wide. And Smith was getting a little too handsy, trying to flash up to the perimeter.
Kenan Ka, the inbounder from the baseline, gets it to Haley Wright. One dribble as she pushes off, passes back out to Mack up top. Morgan Mack hand off to Kenan Ka. 12 to shoot for the Beach. Ka hands off to Jones-Brown. She moves around a screen to her left, gives off to Mack. 6 to shoot. Mack is going to take a long 2. No good off the left side of the rim. And then another foul gets called as bodies went to the ground. This time I think it'll go against Haley Wright. It was Rosa Smith that went to the ground, and Wright gets called for a push. We have hit the media timeout in the second quarter, 21-18 Long Beach State.
And you see San Diego on a 3.5-minute scoring drought into the break. Haley Wright, yes, called for the foul, but the Beach continuing to play methodically on the offensive end, slowing down each and every possession, making sure the Tritons cannot get transition opportunities. The Beach continue to lead here in what has been an impressive start to the second quarter.
Physical play here in the Pyramid, 21-18, Long Beach State ahead by 3 on 22 West Radio. out of the media timeout in the second quarter, 21-18. Long Beach State ahead by 3 in a physical second quarter.
It's been physical from start to so far here in this second quarter, and Long Beach will need to continue that intensity on both ends of the floor.
Rosa Smith gets screened from Condren, passes up top, swung to the corner for Rose. She takes one dribble, passes back to the top of the key. Smith now goes to the right wing for Ma. Jab step, pass into the key for Condren. She backs down, throws it up and in, off the glass. Had the height advantage over Brenna Pukas, and too easy there for the 6'4" forward.
Just like that, Condren has 11.
21-20, Long Beach State. Morgan Mack in front of the logo, passes to Pukas on the left wing. Pukas driving with the left hand, spins back out and passes to right. Haley Wright picks up her dribble, hands off to Kenan Ka. Ka on the left wing, now passes over to Mack. Mack looking towards Ka, drives into the key, passes the corner. Haley Wright's gonna take the three, no good off the front of the rim. Rebound comes down for Polachek. Outlet up to Smith. She takes it across to the left wing, crossover as she drives against Mack. Foul will be called against the Beach freshman. Morgan Mack called for her second personal.
Morgan Mack doing her best on the defensive end to work man-to-man, and now she's subbed out in a bit of foul trouble. But that's something to watch as this game goes on. How well are Long Beach able to communicate on the defensive end, especially as they turn up that intensity. Also something to watch, how much does Amy Wright rotate her squad as Rosie Akot and Tyrat Samuel-Afolabi both enter here for the Beach.
That foul put the Tritons into the bonus, so it's 2 free throws here for Rosa Smith. She made the first one, 77% on the year, 13 points per game. Smith makes both free throws, so that puts UC San Diego ahead by a point, 22-21, 4 minutes to go in the half. Pukas inbound goes to Tyra Samuel-Afolabi just ahead of a 5-second violation. Samuel-Afolabi takes it across, passes to Pukas on the right wing. She goes to the corner for a Akot. Crossover, now she dribbled it right off her foot and out of bounds. There's a careless turnover for the Beach. Amy Wright will immediately walk over and have Morgan Mack sub back in for Rosie Akot after the turnover.
Yeah, it wasn't so much the turnover as it was Rosie Akot watching the ball bounce off of her foot and then watch it go out of bounds. Usually Rosie Akot has a little bit more pep in her step after a miscue, and that time she heads to the end of the bench, the frown on her face.
Rosa Smith in front of the logo, passes to Ma on the left wing, now to Condren, hands right back to Ma, free throw line area, passes back to Condren, gets denied though by Wright. Condren chases it down before it goes out of bounds, but good denial of the pass by Wright. Ma on the right wing, passes the corner for Polachek. Polachek moving to her left, passes it to Smith on the wing. Smith drives, throws up a floater with the right hand, no good off the front of the rim, and Morgan Mack takes the rebound right away from Condren. Good board from the true freshman. Morgan Mack on the right wing, crossover through the legs, picks up her dribble and passes to Jones-Brown. Chikoy Jones-Brown only with 2 points and 1 total shot made tonight. Brenna Pukas on the right wing, crossover through the legs a couple of times. Jones-Brown clearing out on the baseline, gets the pass just inside the three-point line, lets it fly, no good. Tyra Samuel-Afolabi fighting on the boards, but they'll call a foul. We'll go against Samuel-Afolabi as she was crashing the glass, hit Ma hard. That'll send UC San Diego back to the free throw line.
Those are two undersized guards going at it. Tyra Samuel-Afolabi stands 5'7". Sabrina Ma stands 5'10". But they're two of the smallest women on the floor. And Tyra Samuel-Afolabi getting plenty of run time in this game is going to want to stay on the floor. And there's still 2 minutes, 47 seconds to go. And UC San Diego now approaching the double bonus with the amount of physicality Long Beach has thrown in their face.
2 free throws for Sabrina Ma. She makes the first.
Sabrina Ma, the San Jose State transfer. Last year was the Big West Newcomer of the Year. Just one of 3 players on this Tritons team to start all 36 games, averaged 10 points.
Makes both free throws here. So Ma extends the Triton lead to 3. Inbound goes to Jones-Brown in the backcourt. She gives right back to Mack. Morgan Mack will take it across, guarded by Nikki Polachek. Mack hands off to Samuel-Afolabi. Swedish redshirt freshman gives off to Jones-Brown. Now to Pukas. She lets the 3 fly and hits it again. Brenna Pukas has hit all 4 shots from long range that she's taken. We're tied at 24.
And every possession is crucial down the stretch. That time, Brenna Pukas says, put it on my back. I'll make something happen.
Right wing Ma moves around the screen, driving baseline. Tried to pass to the corner, but it's tipped out of bounds by Pukas. Good active hands from another freshman on the floor for the Beach. Pukas with plays on both ends. It's still Triton ball from the baseline.
Brenna Pukas, 12 points in 12 minutes. Last time these two teams met, she also had 12 points, going 4 for 7 from beyond the arc. looking to lead this Beach team into halftime on the right note.
Michaela Rose driving right off the inbound. Can't make the layup. Put it too strong off the glass. Jones-Brown pass in transition to Mack. She drives, and a jump ball is called as she got tied up with Smith. A good play by Smith to stop the transition chance for the Beach.
Long Beach had numbers forward. Morgan Mack just tried to cross over on Smith and got tied up.
Beach still with it. Samuel Afalabi inbounds to Mack in the corner. Morgan Mack in the right corner. Passes off to Wright up top. Wright, top of the key. Handoff to Samuel Afalabi. Then goes to Mack. Jones-Brown sets a screen on the right side. Mack moves around to pass over to Pukas on the left wing. Moves around a defender, got it poked loose, but recorrals, pass to Samuel Afalabi. She takes the three and gets it blocked. Jones-Brown elevates and gets the ball off the blocked three-pointer and then gets a foul drawn. So at 3.5 seconds on the shot clock, the Beach get bailed out. The foul against UC San Diego will reset the shot clock. The Beach will pass it in from the baseline again.
Great tenacity from Long Beach State just to not let that possession go. Samuel Afalabi let one fly, and Jacoy Jones-Brown in an unfamiliar position, fighting for the loose ball.
Next foul against the Tritons will put the Beach in the bonus. It's going to be a 5-second violation here. Tyra Samuel Afalabi was the inbounder, couldn't get it away towards Jacoy Jones-Brown. That was where she was tunnel vision for the entire 5 seconds. 24-24, minute 40 left in the first half. Ma moves around a screen from Condren, passes to the corner. Here's a three from Polachek, no good. Fighting down underneath. Tyra Samuel Afalabi able to box out Condren. Morgan Mack has the rebound. Mack dribbles across to the right wing, handoff to Jones-Brown, pass to the high post for Wright. Haley Wright back to Morgan Mack. Dribbles to the top of the key, gives off to Samuel Afalabi. She crosses over twice, drives to the left block. Scoop layup is good. Nice finish from Tyra Samuel Afalabi. Used the right hand to throw it up off the window and got it to fall.
First the board, then the bucket on Condren. Tyra Samuel Afalabi putting in work.
2-point lead for the Beach. Condren driving, spin onto the block, picks up her dribble, now puts it up, but she's called for a 3-second violation as she picked up her dribble, didn't know what she was going to do with it. Turnover goes against UC San Diego.
And now UC San Diego will dial up the pressure here to close out this first half. Just 62 seconds to go, and the Tritons are in a full court press.
Inbound to Haley Wright. We're under a minute left in the half. She passes back to Morgan Mack, who takes it across. Mack on the logo, guarded by Polachek. Amy Wright directing traffic from the sideline. Morgan Mack gets a screen from Wright. Move into the wing, and now passes to Jones-Brown. Got it poked loose and right back to Mack. Now pass to Pukas up at the top of the key. She throws it into the paint. Gets it poked loose, though. It's a steal for UC San Diego. 2-on-1. Michaela Rose. Bounce pass. Gets to Smith. Right back to Rose. She takes one dribble. Throws it up. No good. Jacoy Jones-Brown has the rebound for the Beach. She outlets up to Morgan Mack, and the shot clock is off. Good job by the Beach to get back in transition on that defensive possession. Now it almost got poked loose again, but Jacoy Jones-Brown with it. The Beach holding for the last shot, 10 seconds before the end of the first half. Jones-Brown dribbles through the legs, moves to her right. On the wing, picks up a dribble, skip pass over to the corner. Morgan Mack, wide open three, no good off the front of the rim, and the buzzer sounds. We'll head to the halftime locker room. Long Beach State still holding a lead, 26-24 over UC San Diego.
And even though that last shot does not fall, Bruce, really that's the epitome of what Long Beach has done well throughout this first half. Running down the shot clock, getting a solid look off of a skip pass in the corner. Morgan Mack has now missed 3 triples from that exact spot, but make no mistake, those are the shots Long Beach State wants throughout this second half. They forced the Tritons into a near 3-minute-long scoring drought to close out that second quarter, and Long Beach held on to a halftime lead against the Big West leaders, UC San Diego. Nothing short of impressive. One more thing to note, where the scoring is coming from. In this first half, Jacoy Jones-Brown, the leading scorer of this Long Beach State team, has just 2 points on 1 of 4 shooting. The production offensively is coming from around the floor. Amy Wright has to be happy with what she's seeing.
Long Beach State 5 for 15 from beyond the arc as a team. They're letting it fly. Brenna Pukas has hit all 4 of her 3-point attempts, 12 points in the first half for the true freshman. Long Beach State 26-24, their lead. UC San Diego 0 for 8 from beyond the 3-point line in that first half. They'll look to get their 3-point shot dialed in through the final 20 minutes.
And that production offensively for UC San Diego has to come from their guards. Erin Condren is leading the way. She has 11 points in this first half, but really nobody else has more than 5. This is a San Diego team that can score it well. They will need to do a lot more work on the offensive end and a lot more work forcing turnovers, in which they are so good at in that second half.
It's 26-24. Long Beach State ahead by 2 into the halftime break. We'll be back in about 13 minutes for the final 20 minutes of play on 22 West Radio. I'm Bruce Kuntz here with JayDe Beaudry. This is Long Beach State women's basketball on 22 West Radio, broadcasting live at 88.1 FM KKJZ HD3 Long Beach. Just about 4 minutes till the third quarter gets underway. Stay with us. Back here in the LBS Financial Credit Union Pyramid, Long Beach State with a 2-point lead, 26-24 over first place UC San Diego. They're 20 minutes away from a huge home win, but long way to go to get there.
Yeah, it's going to be a long 20 minutes. You better believe that. This is a UC San Diego team under Heidi Vanderveer that is battle-tested. Not only did they win 20 games last season, they ran the table in the Big West Championships as the 4 seed. Something Vanderveer says all the time about this team is that they have to have a hard hat mentality. Even when the sky feels like it's falling, they need to know that they can put their head down and be okay. They're going to need a lot of that hard hat mentality here in the second half. They're only down by 2, but Long Beach has made life difficult throughout the first half. And if Amy Wright had anything to say in that halftime team talk, it would be to keep up the intensity, keep up the pressure, and keep the Tritons on their heels.
UC San Diego with the opening possession of the second half. Michaela Rose pass up to Maxey at the top of the key, goes to Ma on the left wing. Ma one dribble, now goes to Condren. She swings to Smith, moves around the screen. Smith, top of the key, hesitates, now drives with the left hand, kicks back out for Maxey. Maxey back out for Smith. Her left wing three, no good. Air ball. And Jacoya Jones-Brown is right there to get it. Jones-Brown outlet to Pepe in transition. It gets tipped out of bounds by Smith, and it's going back to UC San Diego. Off of Smith's tip, it goes off of Pepe and then out of bounds.
Pepe was pulling for a review, heading back to the defensive end of the floor. Amy Wright says, no can do this time. Get back and get down and ready.
Beach play on. Maxey at the top, and a foul gets called. Rosie Akot was getting screened by Erin Condren. The foul goes against Akot as she was trying to fight through it. That's her first personal.
Rosie Akot so far tonight, just 3 points on 1 of 5 shooting in only 9 minutes. She's been impactful off the bench tonight as she has been in her past 2 games after starting 6 straight for the Beach.
Rose inbounds to Smith, now to Condren in the high post. Back out to the top for Moss. She swings to Smith on the right wing. Smith into the post again for Condren. She squares up, backing down on Pepe. Getting doubled. Mack pokes it loose. It's a steal from Morgan Mack. She keeps the ball, outlet up to Rosie Akot on the right wing. Akot one dribble, picks it up. Now needs to get a pass away. Pressured by Ma. Akot just does get a pass over to the wing, but it's poked out of bounds by Rose. It was dangerous there for Rosie Akot, almost a 5-second violation.
And on the defensive end, the game plan is working to perfection so far in the second half against Condren. Long Beach sending double teams, 2 guards to defend the big and forcing turnovers at will.
Jones-Brown's inbounds to Akot as she goes to the ground, passes to the corner. Pepe kicks to the corner again. Jones-Brown, 3, no good, too strong. Rebound for Condren gets pushed back out for Maxey, and another hard collision. Akot and Maxey both go down. They're still on the floor. A hard collision there on the right block.
And that's just Rosie Akot trying to make a play. She went down hard after the pass to the corner and was fighting for the offensive rebound. It gets out of her grasp, and I don't think she saw Maxey in her periphery as she went full steam ahead to try to get the ball, and Rosie Akot is still down on the hardwood.
The foul is going against Akot. Dominique Maxey got there first. Maxey's back up on her feet, walking gingerly to the UC San Diego bench. Second time that she's gone to the floor after hard contact tonight. So good to see Maxey back up, and now Rosie Akot also gets help back up onto her feet. Gets an ovation as she walks back to the bench under her own power.
Rosie Akot, a player that Amy Wright is really proud of in the way she's developed over these past few weeks. Rosie Akot is 8,000 miles from home, born in North Adelaide, Australia, but she's balling like she's in her backyard over these past few weeks. She had a stretch of games where she was averaging 14 points and nearly 7 rebounds. She's going to take a seat on the bench for now, but Amy Wright's going to need her later in this game.
Still 26-24 lead for the Beach. Minute and 15 seconds into the third quarter. Smith in front of the logo. Looks to the left, off-ball screen for Mob. Instead, the pass goes to Condren. Handed right back. Smith picks up her dribble. Pass back out for Rose. She swings to the right side for Ma. Goes into the post. Condren back to the basket. Gets doubled. Back out to Ma. Top of the key. She steps through. Back out for Maxey. Moves to her left. Picks up her dribble. Spins into the key. Throws it up off the bottom of the backboard. Bad miss that time for Maxey. Beach back on offense. Morgan Mack on the right wing. Crosses over. Smith comes up to pressure. Jones-Brown clears out. Mack now picks up her dribble. Goes to the high post for Pepe. Moves to the top of the key, and then another foul gets called off the ball. It's against Morgan Mack as she was going for a back cut. More contact, and this time a foul goes against the Beach.
It's more contact against Maxey, who is still catching her breath after that hard collision with Rosie Akot. Morgan Mack has her game face on now. She's not happy with the foul call, but the Beach are still up by 2 here in the third quarter.
Rosa Smith dribbles over to the right wing. UC San Diego still has not hit a 3. Here's a steal from Kylie Pepe as a bounce pass tried to get into the post for Condren. Pepe jumped the route. Jacoya Jones-Brown with the ball, picks up her dribble in front of the half-court line and passes to Pukas. Pukas gives to Kaw at the top of the key. And Kaw moves to her left. Handoff to Morgan Mack. Mack gives off to Jones-Brown. She passes over to Pepe on the wing. Got her defender off the ground. Pepe now drives. Spin move on the block. She throws it up and in off the glass. Kylie Pepe with a nice, efficient drive. Got some space on the spin and then was able to finish.
And the first points of this third quarter for the Beach now have them up by 4.
Rose pass to Condren at the top. She hands off to Ma, then sets a screen. Ma driving to the right block. Throws it up and gets a foul. Went down along the baseline. She'll get help to her feet. It'll be 2 free throws for Sabrina Ma.
And Sabrina Ma, who just got demolished on the defensive end by Kylie Pepe on that dribble drive, now gathers herself after some more hard contact going to the basket, and she'll shoot a pair of free throws. The officials are going to make a quick review here, whether it's of the clock or of the contact, before Ma gets settled.
Call will stand on the floor, so Sabrina Ma goes to the line, 88% on the year. Rosie Akot walking back to the scores table, so good to see her back in. Got some claps from the Beach fans. Not a large crowd here in the Pyramid tonight. Tomorrow it will be.
Oh, yeah.
Ma makes the first free throw.
Sabrina Ma, not just an 88% free throw shooter. She plays nearly 34.5 minutes per game and averages nearly 13 points. Tonight, though, she's been kept relatively quiet.
She hit both free throws here. UC San Diego pressuring for the inbound pass. Jacoya Jones-Brown comes up to get it. Passes back to Morgan Mack, and she'll take the ball across. Still pressured by Maxey right at the half-court line. Morgan Mack crossing over. Kylie Pepe comes to get the ball. Pepe, one dribble, gives back to Mack on the right wing. 7 minutes left in the third quarter. Mack looking for a pass, now puts the ball on the ground. Passes up to Pepe at the top of the key. 6 to shoot for the Beach. Bounce pass into Akot on the block. She's dribbling along the baseline. Tried to pass to the corner. The pass got deflected by Michaela Rose right back into the face of Akot as she was standing out of bounds. So it is a turnover for the Beach.
Yeah, Michaela Rose with active hands along the baseline. Rosie Akot's made that play a few times tonight, driving and then trying to kick to the corner. This time Rose makes the perfect read.
Maxey drives with the right hand, lays it right up and in. There was a screen being set on the left from Condren, so Maxey caught Akot off guard, driving to her right. A wide open lane. 28-28 in the third quarter. Brenna Pukas on the right wing. Jones-Brown sets a screen to the left. Pukas hands off to Pepe. Pepe picks up her dribble, finds the back-cutting Rosie Akot. She lays it up, can't finish, gets the offensive rebound. Goes up a second time, no good again. Rosie Akot can't hit either layup that time. We're still tied. Maxey goes to work on the other end. Goes back to the basket, hands off to Smith. She goes down low. Condren layup off the glass. It rattles around, doesn't fall. Offensive rebound, second chance, and she gets the foul. Erin Condren will get 2 shots from the free throw line to try and give the Tritons the lead.
And Kylie Pepe and Brenna Pukas in the double team that time against Condren. It was Pepe who pulled the chair. Condren misses the initial lay, gets her own rebound over Brenna Pukas, and then gets the foul call. Kylie Pepe is going to need to have a seat on the bench here as well.
That's Brenna Pukas' third personal. She will stay in the game.
Haley Wright, though, will enter for Pepe, who has 2 personal fouls of her own.
First free throw good from Condren.
Condren, who grew up in Victoria, Australia, won gold at the Under-20 National Championships last season, tore a ligament in her thumb that kept her out of the first 14 games of the season, has come into this season, though, and set career highs across the board. She's having a fantastic year for the Tritons.
Makes both free throws here, so it's a 2-point lead for UC San Diego. Inbound goes to the center, Haley Wright. She dribbles it up the floor and then passes to Jacoya Jones-Brown. Jones-Brown guarded by Rose. Standing on the Long Beach State Center Court logo. Jones-Brown now puts the ball on the floor, drives right to a floater from the right block and gets it to fall. Nice athletic finish that time on a possession that wasn't coming together.
And Jones-Brown was calling for somebody to set a screen. Nobody did, so she did it all herself.
Condren hands off to Rose, rolling to the basket. She scoops it up off the glass. No good. Offensive rebound, and then a second chance bucket for Erin Condren. She's making her impact on the offensive glass.
Once again, it's a rebound and a putback right over Brenna Pukas. That's a huge mismatch on the block for the Beach.
Rosie Akot dribbling, passes to Pukas. She's got some space, but instead passes to Mack. Jump step. Now she takes the mid-range jumper. No good. Ma has the rebound, lost it for a sec, but then recontrols. Dominique Maxey takes the ball across for the Tritons, passes to Condren in transition. Condren goes right up and gets a foul. Rosie Akot created a lot of contact there. That's the third personal against Akot, all 3 within the first 5 minutes of the quarter. And the Tritons will go to the line again with the 2-point lead.
Yeah, and really all 3 of Rosie Akot's fouls have come on plays where she just looks a step behind. Still struggling to adapt to the pace of this game. And foul trouble is not what she needs.
First free throw good for Condren.
Condren, while she had that torn ligament in her thumb, dedicated 12 weeks while she was injured to improving her speed, agility, and fitness. She says coming into the season, she has never been so fit before.
Misses the second one. Rosie Akot has the rebound. It's a 3-point lead for UC San Diego, 33-30 as we eclipse the halfway mark in the third quarter. Morgan Mack up at the top, screen from right. Mack moving to her right, down to the block. Picks up her dribble and passes back out to the wing for Jones-Brown. She drives with her left hand, throws up a floater with the right, no good, off the glass. Rose has the rebound for the Tritons. Outlet goes up to Maxey on the left wing. Maxey dribbles to the block, then passes back out to the top for Rose. She picks up her dribble and goes to Ma on the right side. Pass down low for Condren, getting doubled. She goes up anyway and lays it in. Erin Condren all 6'4" of the Triton forward on the block, converting another basket.
And she's sniffing down another 20-point performance. Already 2 for her this season. She's got 18 here halfway through the third.
35-30. Akot goes to the ground, lost the handle. Now it's dove on top, and that'll be a jump ball again. We'll stay with Long Beach State, but Rosie Akot with an unforced error again that time. Lost the handle as she was driving. We hit the media timeout. 4 minutes and 14 seconds left in the third quarter. 35-30. The Tritons have taken a lead.
And Long Beach State need to find their offensive rhythm again. They've gone a bit cold from the floor. They can't allow the turnovers to pile up after playing so well to close out the first half. They don't want to fall behind here early on in the third.
Long Beach State has fallen behind by 5, 35-30. The Tritons lead on 22 West Radio. (35-30). UC San Diego ahead by 5. It's Long Beach ball out of the timeout. Kenan Kaw inbounding from the baseline. Kaw gives a few pump fakes, now gives it on a bounce to Jones Brown. Moves into the key, back out for Max. She drives with the left hand, picks up her dribble, and spins back out to Pukas on the wing. Jenna Pukas getting bodied by Smith. 6 to shoot, pass down to Pepe on the block. She throws it up with the left hand and gets it to fall. Good finish from the senior Kylie Pepe, trims the lead down to 3.
And just the second shot she's made from the floor, working one-on-one against Conjure. Not an easy shot.
Triple from Ma, no good. Barely kissed the left side of the rim, and the Beach will let it go out of bounds. UC San Diego now 0 for 10 from beyond the arc. This is a good three-point shooting team on the year, 31%. They're 0 for 10 in this one.
And they boast some of the best three-point shooters in the conference. That is a wild stat this far into the game.
Kenan Kaw inbounds to Pepe in the backcourt. Guarded by the forward, Conjure, and Pepe crosses her over. Now driving, kicks out to the corner. Mack steps through a defender, picks up the dribble, skip pass to the other corner. Pukas wide open, 3, too strong. Morgan Mack tips it back out to the wing, but nobody's home for the Beach to get the long rebound. Oh, they are going to say it went off of UC San Diego.
It was Smith who got the tip. I believe Mack was behind the ball.
Good call there. I was looking over Amy right here on the sideline. It is Beach ball from the sideline. Morgan Mack inbounds over to Jacoya Jones-Brown. Kenan Kaw gets a pass now, guarded by Ma. Ka working on Ma. Crosses over, hands off to Brenna Pukas on the left wing. Pukas up to the top of the key, goes into Pepe in the post. Pepe, one dribble, goes up off the glass, no good. Condren goes to the ground, and it's a foul against Long Beach State. Jacoya Jones-Brown was flying in there. She gets called for her third personal.
Yeah, Jacoya Jones-Brown almost with more fouls than she has points tonight. Only 4 points from the floor. It's been her teammates stepping up on the offensive end. But Jones-Brown has been active, crashing the glass all night long. Has 3 rebounds as well. And that foul puts the Tritons in the bonus. Once again, UC San Diego will have a chance to close out a quarter with over 3 minutes to go in the bonus.
Long Beach has 18 personal fouls as a team. Condren shooting 2 makes the first. You know, Erin Condren, JD, only 56% from the line this year, but she's made 7 of the 9 she's shot so far tonight. And there's another. So 8 for 10 from the line for Condren, now at 18 points.
And she has a career high of 22, set just a few games ago for the Tritons. She is awfully close to that now with still over a quarter to play.
Make it actually 20 for Condren with that last free throw. Beach able to break a press. Mack goes to the corner. Pukas, 3, too strong again. Smith has the rebound for the Tritons. Under 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Smith takes it right across. Lost the handle, but then recorrals. Standing on the Long Beach logo, Morgan Mack out to defend. Pass goes to the right wing for Maxey. Back to Ma at the top of the key. She swings over to Smith. Smith now penetrates, kicks back out for Condren at the top of the key. Pass goes to Rose, moves around a screen. Rose, mid-range jumper, no good. Off the back iron, another offensive rebound, but the second chance, no good from Condren. Kylie Pepe has the rebound the second time around. 2.5 to go in the third quarter. Hand off to Pukas on the left wing. Screen from Jones-Brown. Pukas goes to the corner for Pepe. Looks towards the basket. Dribbles just inside the three-point line. Into the key. Back out for Mack. She's going to take the 3. No good off the front of the rim. And Condren has the board.
And these are shots that were falling for the Beach in the first half. Now still down by 5. They need a bucket and fast.
Quick drive. Scoop layup. No good from Maxey. Pepe has another rebound. Jacoya Jones-Brown pushes the pace. Finds the cutter Pukas back out to the top. Pepe goes down low for Ka. Pass to the corner. Pukas drives back to the corner. Gets picked off. Ma has the steal for UC San Diego. Outlet up to Rose. One-on-one in transition. Rose picks up her dribble. Passes back out to the wing. Smith. Wide open 3. No good again. And the rebound goes to Morgan Mack. Both teams hitting a scoring drought here. Jacoya Jones-Brown, a jab step on the right wing. Passes off to Pepe. 37-32, UC San Diego. Jacoya Jones-Brown gets a pass on the logo. The Beach slowing it down here. They're over their last 4 from the field. Jones-Brown moves around a screen to her right. Now getting doubled on the baseline. Pass to the corner, but a foul gets called before Pukas gets the 3 away. It's a bad screen called against Kenan Ka, her third personal foul.
And that's been the game plan all night long for the Beach. Drive baseline, kick to the corner, find the shooters. But they've now missed 4 straight shots from beyond the arc. Pukas could not get her shot to fall after the whistle blew. And as you mentioned, Bruce, both teams in a nearly 3-minute-long scoring drought to close out this third quarter.
Because it was an offensive foul, even though the Tritons are in the bonus, they'll just inbound from the sideline. 5-point lead for UC San Diego. They're over their last 5 from the field. Rose driving with the left hand, throws it up, no good. Offensive rebound, Condren puts it right back up and in. Nobody in the area of the Triton forward, as that's an easy second chance bucket.
And she's tied her career high now with 22 points.
Tyra Samuel off a lobby, hands off to Jones-Brown on the wing. Under a minute to go in the third quarter. 7-point lead for UC San Diego. Jones-Brown moves through 2 screens. Now drives with the right hand. Throws it up and in. Plus a foul. Jacoya Jones-Brown will have a chance for a 3-point play. The lead is down to 5, and she's going to the free throw line.
That is a huge shot from Jacoya Jones-Brown. She sees the mismatch going against Condren on the wing. Atlanta's finest has the better first step. And Jones-Brown shares a smile and a laugh with Amy Wright, knowing she has a chance to close the deficit here to end the third.
It's a second personal against Condren. Jones-Brown shooting 1 free throw. Puts it up and no good off the back iron. So Jones-Brown with only 6 points tonight. Maxey takes the ball up for UC San Diego. 5-point lead for the Tritons. Moving to her left. Jump stop. Maxey passes to the corner. Ma driving baseline with the left hand. Dumps off to Condren. Her layup up and through. Condren has 24 points and 10 rebounds. What a performance this has been for the forward.
That's her 7th double-double now of the season and a new career high. We still got 10 minutes to play, as San Diego has now ballooned their lead to 7.
Jones-Brown pressured by Maxey. About a 3-second difference between the shot and game clocks. Make that 3.5. Kenan Kaw at the top of the key, 10 to shoot for the Beach. Kaw finds Jones Brown
Oh.
rolling, and it goes right through her hands. 2-on-1 for UC San Diego. Maxey goes up, finishes, but gets the foul. Doesn't go in. It's going to be 2 free throws for Dominique Maxey. Put it up with the left hand. A lot of contact from Kaw in transition. Will send UC San Diego back to the free throw line.
Maxey inviting the contact, trying to finish off the transition opportunity and beat the buzzer. Maxey, who just passed over 500 career points in UC San Diego's last game against CSUN, also leads the Big West in assists per game, averaging nearly 4. Has not been the case, though, for her tonight. Just 2 on her line.
Kenan Kaw has 4 personal fouls now. Amy Wright will leave her out there. First free throw, no good. Maxey will shoot another, 72% on the year.
Junior guard is a native of Hayward, California, up in the Bay Area. Has had a few impressive performances this season, scoring and setting up her teammates for success.
Makes the second one. It's a 42-34 lead for UC San Diego. 6.9 seconds on the clock for the Beach. Inbound pass goes to Samuel Afalabi. She loses it out of bounds, and it will go to the Beach. Was close there to being dribbled off her foot. Maxey will be ruled had it go off her last.
Maxey also has some of the best hands in the Big West, averaging nearly 3 steals per game.
3.3 seconds. Lob pass goes up to Jones Brown. She spins, takes the mid-range jumper ahead of the buzzer, and gets it to fall. Jacoya Jones Brown with a buzzer beater to end the third quarter, and we'll go to the final 10 minutes of play with the Beach trailing by 6.
Oh, that was a sweet one there, Bruce. Jones Brown gets the long inbound pass, gets her defender in the air, and off the spin, sets her feet, lets one fly from 17 feet, and it's only a 6-point deficit for Long Beach State. This is a UC San Diego team that averages nearly 70 points per game, and heading into this fourth, Long Beach State's defense has been the story here. UC San Diego 42, Long Beach 36, set up for a fantastic finish here in the Pyramid.
The Tritons did outscore the Beach by 8 in that third quarter, so Long Beach State will look to rebound through the final 10 minutes. 42-36, the Tritons lead on 22 West Radio. Forty-two to 36, UC San Diego, the first place team in the Big West with a 6-point lead entering the final 10 minutes.
And Long Beach State will want to keep one stat in mind. Tritons 0 for 11 from beyond the arc. It's UC San Diego who's one of the best 3-point defenses in the Big West, but Long Beach State has been able to limit everything around the perimeter tonight.
Down low, Condren gets a foul to open up the fourth quarter. Aaron Condren's already shot 10 free throws tonight. She'll get another 2 here.
Condren on the night shooting 80% from the line. She's 8 for 10, and she's made it look easy.
Far better than her season average of 56%. Haley Wright checking out right away. Rosie Akot comes back onto the floor. Morgan Mack also gave a sprint over towards the bench, but she is staying out.
And Rosie Akot is going to need to step up during her time on the floor. She's going to be the one guarding Condren primarily down on the block.
Condren makes the first free throw.
Condren has also had a lot of experience in the WNBL, Australia's top professional league, says it's her dream to play back in her home country after her collegiate career finishes.
Morgan Mack did sub out. It was Brenna Pukas who came in, stuck onto the floor. Kennecott just does get an inbound pass away. It was being pressured by Feynman. Jacoya Jones-Brown dribbles the ball across. Getting double teamed. Now gets a pass away to Pukas. Up at the top of the key. 8-point lead for the Tritons. Pukas defended by Rose. Crosses over a couple of times. Picks up her dribble and goes to Pepe. Long two from Kylie. Pepe, nothing but net. Pepe knocks down the mid-range jumper and trims the lead to 6.
Good recognition from Kylie Pepe. Shot clock winding down. She's in space. Why not let it fly?
Condren dishes off. Feynman moves to her left. Gives off to Maxey. Maxey at the top of the key. Comes up and sets a screen. Condren. Maxey moves around it. Gives off to Rose. Pass down low into the post. Condren back to the basket. Goes back out for Maxey. They're going to call a 3-second violation against Erin Condren. She had the height advantage over Jacoya Jones-Brown, but couldn't get the ball in time. And it's a turnover for UC San Diego.
And that's a defensive adjustment the Beach is going to want to make later on in the fourth quarter. Instead of Jones-Brown being behind Condren, they're going to want Akot to step in down there on the block to prevent a mismatch opportunity.
Kylie Pepe will take the ball across for Long Beach State, guarded by Condren. Pepe crossing over at the top of the key. Now crosses over to her left. Finds Akot, back cutting. Up and under layup is good. Nice play that time as Pepe recognized the back cut. UC San Diego almost fumbled the ball out of bounds by themselves in the backcourt. Rosie Akot's layup cut the lead down to 4. Maxey standing in front of the Long Beach State logo. The Beach happy to keep playing at this slower pace. 8.5 minutes remaining. Rose passes off to Ma at the top. She finds Maxey rolling to the wing. Maxey's going to take a long two. No good off the back iron. Rosie Akot flies in for the rebound. Akot crossing over in the backcourt. Now spinning. Being pressured by Maxey. Gets the pass away up to Pepe. Pepe driving. Now goes to the ground. She might have rolled an ankle, but Pepe getting back up. 5-on-4 if they hurry. UC San Diego instead will slow it down a bit. Now passes down low. The Beach with a miscommunication. Nobody stepped in to guard Condren as Pepe was trying to catch up to the play. Now Amy Wright will call timeout. The lead back to 6 for UC San Diego.
Just a defensive breakdown in transition there for the Beach. It's been Kylie Pepe who's gotten the first touch to Condren on every trip down the floor before usually passing her off to somebody else. With Pepe out of the play, Long Beach had nobody tracking the big down the floor, and now Condren has 28, approaching her first 30-point performance in her entire collegiate career.
46-40, UC San Diego ahead. Condren, as you said, with 28 points. Nobody else on the Tritons with more than 6. It's been a one-woman show tonight with exactly 8 minutes left in the game. 46-40, the Tritons lead on 22 West Radio. Triton still holding a 6-point lead 2 minutes into the fourth quarter. It's 46-40.
Long Beach State needs buckets and they need them right here, right now. They've played solid defense throughout this fourth quarter, and they've given themselves a shot with 8 minutes to go.
Jacoy Jones-Brown, the inbounder for the Beach, getting close to 5 seconds. She just does get it away to Kylie Pepe. Pepe gives back to Jones-Brown in the backcourt. Pass to Akot, almost got poked loose by Ma, but Rosie Akot able to control it. Now she drives off the right hand. Her layup is good. Nice dribble drive from Rosie Akot. Might have caught Ma a bit off guard. She drove right through. 4-point lead for the Tritons, 46-42. Maxie on the right wing, 2 screens, moves to her left, picks up her dribble, spins back out for Rose. Top of the key, Rose gives off to Ma. Ma down low. Condren back to the basket, gets doubled. Back out for Maxie, hesitates.
Ooh.
Had space but didn't take the 3. Maxie drives to her right now, back to the basket. Goes baseline, gets it poked loose and out of bounds. Goes off of Maxie. Nice defense from Rosie Akot that time to poke it loose, and it just did catch a piece of Maxie again before going out of bounds on the baseline.
Maxie, not a three-point shooter, also had to be hindered by the fact that UC San Diego is yet to hit a triple tonight. Had plenty of time and space to pull one. Elects not to, and then it's Rosie Akot forcing the turnover. She's got 4 points in this fourth quarter. The Beach are only down by 4. It's 42-46 up the floor.
Jacoya Jones-Brown handling. Reigning Big West Player of the Week. It's been fairly quiet tonight, 8 points. Getting doubled in the corner, passes up to the wing. Pepe driving, throws it up off the glass and gets a foul. Couldn't hit the layup, but it'll be 2 free throws for the senior transfer, Kylie Pepe.
And what's been so impressive, I know we've said it already tonight, Bruce, it's how Long Beach State has stayed dedicated to the game plan. San Diego doubles in the corners, and they push the pace around the perimeter. They try to speed up offenses when they're on defense, and Long Beach has stayed home. They've stayed ready. They've seen the skip passes all night long, and then Kylie Pepe that time looks off the corner, gets downhill, gets to the free throw line.
Pepe doesn't hit the first free throw. Only 57% this season. She's 2 for 3 tonight. Second one up and good. That's a big make there. Pepe will check out now.
He'll check out in favor of Haley Wright, who is also stepping into a big spot here. The Spanish sophomore has played 13 minutes so far tonight, has yet to score or pull down the rebound.
Rose on the left wing. Pass up top for Maxie. Almost got poked loose. She dribbles over to the right wing now. Crossing over, and now Akot gets called for a block. Tried to reach as Maxie turned her back to her. For Rosie Akot, that's a 4th personal foul, but certainly wasn't necessary in that spot. So true freshman lapse in judgment that time, and Akot will have to check out.
And that sacrifices some size on the floor for Amy Wright, who now has a conversation with Rosie Akot about not letting those fouls go. Back into the game comes Morgan Mack, who's also in a bit of foul trouble. She's got 3 personals.
Lev Feynman dribbling at the top. Maxie sets a screen, moves over to the right wing, passes off to Ma. She rolls, bounce pass, gets to Condren, back out to the wing. They swing to the corner, and they lose it out of bounds. Ma couldn't handle the pass and lost it right into the bench. She taps her chest to say, my bad. It's a turnover for the Tritons, and the Beach get the ball back, only trailing by 3.
Excuse me, Morgan Mack has 4 personal fouls, and back into the fray comes Kylie Pepe. Long Beach State needs to play disciplined defense here down the stretch. It's still only a 1-possession game with 6.5 to go.
2 players on the floor with 4 fouls for the Beach. Mack and Kaw, both 1 away from fouling out. Morgan Mack on the left wing, hands off to Brenna Pukas, 2 true freshmen out there. Pukas gets a screen from Jones-Brown and picks up her dribble at the top of the key. Pass got tipped, but Pepe gets to it. Throws up a floater and gets it to fall. Nice finish from Kylie Pepe. She's cut the lead down to 1.
And Kenan Khan was rolling to the corner. Kylie Pepe is able to look off her defender and get space inside the painted area.
Ma on the left wing as the energy is turning up in the pyramid. Pass down low for Condra, and she lost it, but able to get the ball back before it goes out of bounds. Drives right back into the key, getting double teamed. It's poked loose, and it's a steal for Morgan Mack, and then an immediate foul called against Erin Condren after she lost the ball. Then she reached in and fouled Mack. It'll go back to the Beach, 5 minutes and 50 seconds to go, and Long Beach only trailing by 1.
And even though Erin Condren has been deadly on the offensive end, the Beach have done a great job forcing turnovers, poking the ball out of her hands with double teams, and now the Beach find themselves only down by 1.
Kylie Pepe crossing over at the top, hands off to Morgan Mack. Mack moving along the wing, over to the left side, now passes to Kaw. Her 3, no good. Would have gotten the lead for the Beach. Rose has the rebound for the Tritons. Long outlet Feynman driving, throws it up and in off the glass. A strong finish from the freshman extends the lead back to 3.
And good defense from Kenan Ka. She knows she has 4 fouls, just puts her arms up, gets big, and makes sure she doesn't collide with the on-running guard.
Kaide Pepe passes to Kenan Ka. Ka hands off to Mack on the right wing. 5 minutes and 10 seconds to go. Pass down low for Jacoya Jones-Brown. One dribble, throws it up and in, right off the window. A nice finish from Jacoya Jones-Brown through a contest.
And what a find from Morgan Mack.
48-47 Tritons. Handoff to Feynman. She steps back behind the back. Mid-range jumper, no good, off the glass. Rebound goes to Jacoya Jones-Brown. The Beach bench is getting into it and getting loud. 1 point lead for UC San Diego. The Beach trying to retake the lead here on this possession. Morgan Mack picks up her dribble, passes over to Kenan Ka. Swung to the left wing for Jones-Brown. 2 screens. She moves to her right, pushes off, then passes over to Pukas. She drives, steps through, floater in the lane. It's good. Brenna Pukas hits the shot, and Long Beach has fought back into the lead. It's 49-48. The Beach lead by 1.
Fire me up, Brenna Pukas. Scoreless so far in the second half. Had not been able to connect beyond the arc, and takes the ball from the top of the key, down beneath the free throw line, into a dangerous area, and gets it above 2 defenders for the lead. Long Beach 49, UC San Diego 48. What a finish and what a fight back from this Beach squad.
This is a 2-9 Long Beach State taking on 10-1 first place UC San Diego. The Beach took a lead into halftime, trailed by as many as 8 in that third quarter, but they've still kept their foot on the gas and fought back. It's 49-48. The Beach back in the lead, and the Tritons call timeout.
And again, the game plan is working to perfection for Long Beach State. They've slowed down UC San Diego on both ends of the floor, playing methodical offense, looking for open looks beyond the arc that for Long Beach State have not been their identity this season. Again, the stat that continues to stand out, UC San Diego, one of the best shooting and offensive teams in the Big West, is 0 for 11 from beyond the arc. Erin Condren, yes, has 28 points, but still nobody else has more than 6. Sabrina Ma has 6. Below her, nobody else has more than 4. A supremely impressive performance to this point. And now, but with less than 5 to go, the question is, can Long Beach State close it out?
As you said, Erin Condren has had a fantastic game for the Tritons, but past that, the supporting cast just has not been there, especially with the guards shooting from beyond the arc 0 for 11. Compare that to Long Beach State, 5 for 20 from 3. They've been more willing to shoot the 3 ball in this game than really many of the games this season or before the year. Amy Wright spent plenty of time talking about how this was supposed to be an inside-oriented team. They've seen that paradigm shift a bit as this season has gone on, and now it's working, letting the 3s fly tonight.
And it's also a really interesting game plan from Amy Wright to let Erin Condren be so dominant on the inside. She came into this season, especially early games where Long Beach State struggled against bigger forwards, saying that, yes, this team is going to get carved up on the inside, but they need to find a way to stop the guards from scoring and the forwards from producing inside. Tonight, for the first time, Amy Wright has made a decision to plug one hole and let something else flow through. Condren has 28, but Long Beach has locked up everything along their perimeter. They've shored up their turnovers, which have been a problem over the past 3 games. And now they find themselves in a lead against one of the best teams in the Big West. Condren can't do it alone here down the stretch for UC San Diego. She can certainly make it close, but her supporting cast needs to step up if UC San Diego wants to avoid a shock here in the pyramid.
49-48. We'll keep it right here as play will resume shortly for Long Beach State. They've won 2 in their last 3 games here at home. Only 3 total wins this season. One of them was against Hope International, but not even an NCAA school. It's been, in really no short terms, a tough year for Long Beach State and Amy Wright, but you've started to feel some momentum swing. Both of those wins they've had here in January were close games. 1-point win against CSUN, 3-point win against UC Riverside, and now they find themselves in another 1-possession game down the stretch against the first-place Tritons.
And to avoid speaking any curse into existence, Bruce, this one just feels a little bit different. And that win against CSUN, Long Beach was up by as many as 14. They let a lead slip. Against UC Riverside, they were up and let the Highlanders back into the game. Now it's been close and competitive throughout, and it's in Long Beach's hands. They control their own destiny here with 4.5 to go.
It's the Beach who have fought back into a lead. Dominique Maxey passes off to Smith on the left wing. Smith crossover to her left. Screen from Condren. She rolls to the basket, but the pass goes to Rose at the top. Rose crosses over, drives to the left block, throws it up and gets a foul. Jacoya Jones-Brown was right there. Thought at first she might have had the block. Looks like they are going to call the foul against Pukas. So Jones-Brown did catch it cleanly, but there was contact from Pukas behind the play. Michaela Rose will get 2 free throws.
And if there's one thing that will be the Beach's undoing here down the stretch, it's fouls. Kenan Ka, Morgan Mack, Brenna Pukas, and Rosie Akon all have 4 personal fouls. Jacoya Jones-Brown has 3. You only get 5 in women's college basketball, and then you're gone.
Pukas now with 4 as well. Michaela Rose hit the first free throw. Senior guard will shoot another. 67% on the year from the line. Rose's second free throw up and good. So she gives the Tritons back the lead, 50-49, just over 4 minutes to go in the game. Kylie Pepe brings the ball up the floor, and she sits up at the top of the key. Pass goes to Jacoya Jones-Brown. She rolls to her right, onto the block, throws it up, off the glass, no good. Condren has the rebound for the Tritons. They'll go back on the attack.
It's all about getting stops and stacking buckets on the other, and that's a good look for Jacoya Jones-Brown. She's going to look to get downhill to close out this game.
Ma around a screen, passes it to the corner. Rose drives with the left hand, spins back out for Maxey. Jab step, she's going to take the 3 and gets it to go. UC San Diego has hit their first triple of the game, and it's from Dominique Maxey, only a 21% three-point shooter, but she breaks the ice. It's a 53-49 4-point lead for the Tritons. Kylie Pepe crosses over, drives to the block, throws it up, no good. Didn't even hit the rim that time, and Ma has the board. Maxey on the other end, hands off on the wing to Smith. She penetrates, picks up her dribble, has to pass back out for Maxey. Right down low for Condren. One dribble, goes up, off the glass, no good. Offensive rebound, goes up again and gets a foul. Condren will go to the line for her 13th and 14th free throws of the night. The Tritons fighting back here out of the timeout, already a 4-point lead, and they've got 2 free throws.
And Kylie Pepe picks up her 3rd personal, but we talked about the supporting cast stepping up around Condren, and that's a big-time shot, a big-time three-pointer from Dominique Maxey. We saw her be a little trigger shy a few possessions ago. That time, no hesitation from nearly the exact same spot to give UC San Diego a commanding lead here and put the Beach behind the 8 ball.
Condren hit the first free throw and makes the second one as well. It's a 7-0 run for UC San Diego. 3 minutes and 8 seconds to go. Kenan Kaw, bounce pass, goes out of bounds. It was tipped out by Michaela Rose. Beach struggling to inbound it again with UC San Diego in the press.
And for the first time in her Tritons career, Erin Condren has 30. You can expect the Tritons to dial up the intensity here with just over 3 minutes to go, pressing everything, making sure Long Beach do not get easy looks and don't get easy trips beyond half court.
Kaw inbounds to Jones-Brown. 3 minutes exactly to go. 55-49, UC San Diego leading. Kylie Pepe up at the top of the key. Looks down low as Kaw was back cutting. Instead, she keeps it, hands off to Morgan Mack. Mack gives off to Pukas. Pukas up at the top, passes off to Pepe on the wing. Pepe crosses over and lost the handle. Jacoya Jones-Brown tips it right near the half-court line, throws it back behind her. It's a steal for Rose. Nobody between her and the basket. She lays it up and in. Michaela Rose with the steal, turning right into a transition bucket. There's a long pass up to Pepe. It goes right out of bounds. The Beach with a quick turnover. With 2.5 minutes to go, it's 57-49, and this one's slipping away from Long Beach State.
And just like that, UC San Diego equals their largest lead of the night. That methodical offense that had paid so many dividends throughout this game, all of a sudden looks a little shaky, a little uneven, and the Tritons pounce on their first opportunity.
A 9-0 run for UC San Diego over the last minute and a half. Smith on the right wing. Passes to Condren in the post. She gets double. Back out, Maxey. Pump fake. Got her defender off the ground. Mid-range jumper. No good. Too strong. Haley Wright has the rebound for the Beach. Gives it over to Morgan Mack. Amy Wright says to push the pace. 2 minutes and 5 seconds to go. Pass to the corner. Kenan Kaw dribbles once, then passes to Wright. She swings to Mack. Mack is going to take the 3. No good off the glass. Way too strong there. She tracks down the offensive rebound off her own miss. Morgan Mack getting pressured on the wing. Gives it to Pukas on a bounce. Pukas back out for Mack. On the right wing, Morgan Mack with 10 to shoot. Crosses over, working on Condren. She drives, goes up, strong off the glass, no good. And Condren has the rebound. 2 misses there from Mack on the possession. Gives the ball back to the Tritons with a minute and a half to go and an 8-point lead.
And you love the intensity from Morgan Mack, but now she's 0 for 8 from the field, has not scored so far tonight. Picks up her 7th rebound, but it goes
now
along
we
with
have
4 fouls.
a foul from Brenna Pukas as the Beach are going to start to play the foul game. That's Pukas' 5th personal, so she's done for the game. UC San Diego steps up to the free throw line. They're now on the bonus. So it'll be 2 shots for Dominique Maxey.
And back into the game comes Tyrat Samuel Afalabe, who's played a large role in this one. Now we'll have to replace Brenna Pukas for the final 90 seconds.
Tough to lose Pukas for the Beach as they're already behind by 8, and now one of their best three-point shooters done for the night. Maxie made the first free throw, now trying to extend the lead to 10. And she does. So the Tritons exactly when they needed it, going an 11-0 run. Here's a steal right off the inbound pass. Kaw couldn't get it to Tyra Samuel off a lobby. Minute and 25 on the game clock. Kenan Kaw will step up to foul, so that'll be it for her as well. It'll send Rosa Smith to the free throw line with the Tritons ahead by 10.
And with Kaw fouling out now with 5 personals and 3 points, in comes Christy Reynoso for the first time tonight. And this is as close as Long Beach have gotten to an upset win all year. It has to be agonizing for Amy Wright to see it slip away like this down the stretch.
The first free throw from Smith was no good. She gets to shoot one more. This one's in. So it's a 60-49 lead for the Tritons. This time the inbound pass does get to Jacoya Jones-Brown. Minute and 18 seconds left, and the Beach call timeout as soon as Jones-Brown got across the half-court line.
And Long Beach State, after holding on to a lead with just under 3 minutes to go, now find themselves down by 11. It's a 12-0 run over the last 2 minutes and 45 seconds for UC San Diego. Long Beach has failed to score from the field over that time, and they've committed 3 turnovers as well. That's not a winning recipe for a team that came oh so close to pulling off really the shock of the season in the Big West. And as hyped up as we were, Bruce, to see this team finally pull one out, it looks like that same old story of the inability to play 40 minutes of complete basketball will prevail once again in the pyramid.
Long Beach State right now heading into today was in a 3-way tie for 8th place in the conference. There are 4 different teams in the Big West that entering today were 2-9 or worse. So as tough of a season as it's been for Long Beach State, that 8th seed is right within reach. If you were drawing out a roadmap, this would not have been one of the games against UC San Diego in first place that you would have expected the Beach to necessarily win. Morgan Mack passes and gets it denied. She grabs the ball again in the backcourt off the tip from Maxie. Pass goes up to Pepe at the top. She gives off to Jones-Brown. Minute and 7. Patricia Chung, the assistant for the Beach, was gesturing to try and pick up the pace. Beach still dribbling. Bounce pass to Pepe as she's cutting. She lays it up and in. 58 seconds left, and Amy Wright will call another timeout.
It'll be a quick 30-second timeout here for Amy Wright, who now only has 1 left. Haley Wright will also return to the fray after the timeout. But with a 9-point game and only 58 seconds to burn, the foul game will continue here. UC San Diego in the bonus. Long Beach State having committed 6. It'll be up to the Tritons to knock down their opportunities from the charity stripe and see this game out.
60-51, UC San Diego. It'll take a lot of things going the Beach's way for a comeback at this point.
And although it's not improbable, Long Beach has had a comeback not too long ago go their way in this building, down by 6 with just over a minute to go. Long Beach closed the gap against UC Riverside, and we're able to pull off a miraculous win off of a defensive stop from Rosie Akot. Tonight, though, they're going to need something special here against the best team in the Big West.
Now we'll have another timeout on the floor. It's the Tritons who call their own timeout as soon as the Beach 30-second timeout expired.
Now at the end of the first half, down in La Jolla so far tonight, it's UC San Diego who leads Long Beach State 38-30 in the matchup between both men's squads from these two programs. Shaq Bender for the Beach has 12 points to lead the way, as there's action all around the Big West tonight, as men's and women's squads are chasing down postseason appearances. That Big West tournament coming up fast in just a few weeks.
Looking at this one, Long Beach State went ahead 49-48 with 4 minutes and 30 seconds left. Now, in the roughly 3 minutes since, it's UC San Diego who's fought back into a commanding lead. 60-51 the score. Tritons with the ball, 58 seconds left. Pass from Smith. Now I think they're going to call a violation against Rosie Akot.
They're going to call a delay of game here, really just another word for encroaching on the inbounder.
So Smith gets another chance to inbound, gets it on a bounce to the corner for Rose. Rose now will get fouled. Tyra Samuel Afalabi steps up and commits the foul as her bench was screaming as loud as they can to do it. Just about 3 seconds came off the clock, and the Tritons are going to the line.
And back in comes Kylie Pepe for Haley Wright. Around the Big West, some of those other results we were talking about that Long Beach needs. Cal Poly is currently down at Cal State Northridge, the worst team in the Big West. UC Santa Barbara up on UC Davis. UC Riverside looking to close it out against Fullerton. And then another 2-9 team, Cal State Bakersfield, down big against Irvine heading into the fourth.
First free throw good from Michaela Rose. 55.6 left, and she makes them both.
Big free throws from Michaela Rose, who has been kept quiet tonight. Did pick up her 200th career assist a few possessions ago. As UC San Diego got out in transition, Rose, who has already had a big season, has 10 performances where she scored 10 or more. She has 9 so far tonight.
Long Beach State calls another timeout with an 11-point lead for the Tritons. For Long Beach State next on the schedule, they'll be heading to Cal State Fullerton on February 12th. They'll be back at home to play UC Davis on the 14th.
And really that's when that stretch of the schedule where Long Beach will need to stack wins begins, because after that game against UC Davis comes UC Irvine. UC Irvine having a fantastic season, but not without their flaws. And then CSUN, Cal Poly, Cal State Bakersfield, a 3-game stretch where Long Beach will most certainly need 3 wins. Those are the 3 teams right now that are either below or knotted up with Long Beach at 2-9. And then after Cal State Bakersfield, another trip to UC Davis, and they close the season right here at home against Hawaii.
For as frustrating as this season has been for Long Beach State, that 8 seed is right within reach to at least get to the conference tournament.
And UC San Diego knows all about making a run late on in seasons. Last year they picked up their first 20-win campaign as a Division I program under Heidi Vanderveer, who has led this program to so much success at Division II. And now Big West level, UC San Diego entered last year's Big West tournament as a 4 seed, ran the table, got an appearance in the Big West Championship that at this point in their season last year was not looking likely.
Jacoya Jones-Brown drives baseline, and then her pass to Mack goes out of bounds. The Beach turn it over with 50 seconds to go. Haley Wright will check back in for Pepe.
And the ball simply has not bounced the way of the Beach on their last few trips down the floor, where buckets have been critical. 4 turnovers now in the last 4 minutes.
We'll see if Long Beach State decides to continue fouling. For now, they're not. Maxey dribbling at the top, passes over to Ma. Ma moves around a screen. UC San Diego content to pass the ball around from well beyond the 3-point line. Maxey crossing over, now passes on a bounce to Condren. Condren trying to drive around Wright, and then the Beach foul. There's Cott who reached in there. Wright was also defending. The foul will go against Rosie Cott, so it's the 3rd Beach player to foul out.
And Rosie Cott just making sure the foul call was against her, as the officials still have not forced Rosie Cott off the floor with her 5th personal, and now they do. So Tyrat Samuel Labe returns. Akot, 7 points tonight, 3 rebounds in 16 minutes. Also commits 4 turnovers, far from what we've seen her at her best this season.
First free throw good. Erin Condren already has surpassed the 30-point mark, now with 31. It's been a fantastic performance for the forward that has, in a large part, been powered from the free throw line. She makes the second. She's 14 for 16 from the stripe. Got a kick ball on the inbound. It's really been a great performance for Condren. I've mentioned a couple times, only 56% from the free throw line this season, but she stepped up with all the confidence in the world and taken advantage of her opportunities tonight.
And 13 rebounds, too, to get her 8th career double-double and 7th of the season.
Jacoya Jones-Brown takes the ball up. The shot clock is off. Jones-Brown crosses over, drives to around the free throw line, then pivots back out to the wing. Jones-Brown still dribbling, now picks it up and passes to Christy Reynoso. She steps back, takes the 3, no good off the back iron. There's a body that went to the ground as a long rebound rolled out to Jones-Brown. That probably would have been a foul in any other part of the game. Jones-Brown drove and laid it up and in with the right hand. UC San Diego will inbound it and let the clock expire. The final of this one will be 64 to 53. UC San Diego holds off a Beach comeback. The Beach fought back into a lead with 4.5 minutes to go, but then UC San Diego responded with a long run of their own. 64 to 53, the first place team in the Big West improves to 11-1.
And it's a 12-0 run to be exact, Bruce. That really is Long Beach State's undoing tonight. But this is a game that, as we mentioned a few minutes ago, really could have been seen as a write-off for Long Beach State. The fact that they were close and competitive is a win in and of itself. I know Amy Wright doesn't take moral victories away, but this was a performance for Long Beach State where they looked like the better team for the majority of the night. UC San Diego finishes just 1 for 12 from beyond the arc. Long Beach State won the first quarter. That doesn't happen against this Tritons team, and they're able to hold tough through the closing stages and close an 8-point deficit, fight back into the lead, and there are so many things to be proud of from this game. But now Long Beach State, as they will need to do throughout the rest of the season, will look to close out games. It has been their Achilles heel at times this season, the ability to play 4 complete quarters, and again, that's the story tonight, but there are so many things to take away from this game. The performances around the floor, the way this team stepped up on a night where Jacoy Jones-Brown did not lead the offense, that Long Beach will look to carry forward into a crucial part of their conference schedule.
Aaron Condren finishes with 32 points and 13 rebounds, a fantastic performance and a double-double forward for the Tritons. Long Beach State has Kylie Pepe with 13 points, Jacoy Jones-Brown with 12. 64-53 the final. The Tritons win in the Pyramid. As I said, UC San Diego improves to 11-1 in conference play, winning their 4th straight. Long Beach State falls to 2-10. They'll be scoreboard watching the rest of the teams that they've been tied with for that 8 seed around the Big West. That'll do it for us here at the Pyramid. For JayDe Beaudry next to me, our board operator Alex Prado, and the rest of our 22 West Sports crew, I'm Bruce Kuntz. This has been Long Beach State women's basketball on 22 West Radio, broadcasting live at 88.1 FM KKJZ HD3 Long Beach. We'll be back on the air tomorrow night for a sellout here in the Pyramid as Long Beach State men's volleyball takes on UCLA in a national championship game rematch. If you couldn't get your tickets, make sure you tune in because it's going to be a very fun one tomorrow night at 7. But with that, thank you for joining us tonight. We'll see you next time.